I was an only child. I wasn't a daddy's girl, as my dad would beat me up constantly and more. Being a 7-year-old, I couldn't run away, so I had to do whatever I could to survive. I suppose I knew it was coming. It was a cold Tuesday night in December. Whenever it began to get dark out, me and my mum would start to feel on edge, waiting for my dad to come in and beat us, as usual. "Cleo, can you go hide in the wardrobe and wait until I come get you?" My mum is the strongest person I know. My dad didn't care about breaking the restraining order, and right on time, I heard his car pull up and ran upstairs. That's the only thing I could do. We could always tell how angry he was by the way he'd slam his car door shut. This time I knew it was serious because I heard the driver's side window shatter. It was terrifying to hear my dad screaming my mum's name and saying she better unlock the door. Fear would normally immobilize me, even though I knew it was better to run, but I was just a child. This time, though, I went in the wardrobe after I heard my mum's body hit the floor in the kitchen with a thud. She didn't get a chance to talk that night, not a single word. "Cleo, Daddy's here, Daddy isn't mad." Tears flowed down my cheeks. I was a pro at silent crying. I was once again frozen with fear. His footsteps stumbled unevenly on the first floor landing. It sounded like he was even more drunk than usual. I knew my mum was definitely in a bad way. Normally, she would fight him with every bit of strength she had, even though that meant she'd get badly beaten to stop him reaching me. Then his footsteps creaked up the steps. "Cleo, I'm coming! Be a good baby and come see Daddy!" Mum had drilled it into me that I need new hiding places every time. The fact that I was incapable of defending myself and that my dad was pure evil had made me accept the fact that I'd probably die a horrific death, but I was ready. He was almost up the steps. I felt like a rabbit in headlights. I needed to run and find another spot, a better one, perhaps behind the living room curtain. He'd surely find me in this wardrobe. I'm too scared to move. I wish my mum could save me now. That's when I hear him on the top step, the one which creaks the most. Then I heard the living room door slowly creak open. Footsteps moving inside, and the curtain, wood against wood, he tore it off the pole. "Nope, not there. Where is she? Where did Mummy hide you?" My heart was racing now, and I began to sweat, running my fingers over my scars. How much blood will I lose this time? I could hear my dad just outside the bedroom, and then the footsteps stopped, outside the door. I heard the sound of his metal baseball bat scrape against the door. He'd seriously beaten me with it before, breaking both my legs. I began to cry uncontrollably, as I knew I had to face the man from my nightmares, and whatever he had in mind for me tonight. "If you're in the wardrobe, come out, come see Daddy." I'd accepted that it was my time. Then I heard a loud, dull click sound, and the vibration on the floor from the loud thud. Dad was that drunk, he'd fell over. Maybe now's my chance to run. My legs were like jelly, and I envisioned my mum's dead and battered body. I then burst out of the wardrobe and ran to the door. As I got to the door, I stopped dead. There, standing in the hallway, was my mum. She hadn't been beaten or touched. I looked down and saw my dad's still dead body beneath her. His head was split open and blood was oozing onto the carpet. Our nightmare had finally ended. My mum had hid in a really good spot that night, and my dad didn't manage to find her, so he came looking for me.